National Internet Safety Month, and we're ready to tackle the next topic and keep you and your kids safe online.
All right, every week in June, we'll be joined by the one and only Preston Goff. He doesn't have the leather jacket today, but you still recognize him.
It's a hot one today.
He's a friendly face of the show. We're here to talk about internet prevention in all different forms, and how you can be a victim to potential predators. Today's focus is creating healthy tech dialogue and manning screen time. All right, Preston, so over the last 4 hours, throughout the morning show, Craig and Julie, we've been asking very interactive questions with the guests. Today's question, what is the most important step parents can take to keep children safe online? Here are the results. My thing is, where's E? Where's all the above? Because these are some great answers.
They're really all applicable.
It's interesting, though, how we still have a winner. But it's kind of close between A and B in this entire list that we have here. And as we're looking at these poll results right now and about keeping kids safe online, before we talk about specific safety strategies, can you help our viewers understand why young people might be particularly at risk when it comes to technology, but also social media?
No doubt, absolutely. I mean, I think, you know, honestly, if we even think about what we experience online every day, I think we can all say, man, we've seen how some of the more dangerous things that exist in our world have made it into the online space more over the last few years. Well, teens, young people that are online are especially vulnerable to that. In fact, we know that there were 36 million reports of online child enticement in the U.S. in the last year alone, which is just, it's sobering.
The millions is just,
it's unbelievable.
It's heartbreaking.
It's actually been over a 300% increase between 2021 and 2023. So, you know, what that means is it's an epidemic that we have to respond to.
And I was reading on your website, the average screen time for a teenager is 8.5 hours a day, when the average person sleeps 8 hours a day. Juxtapose that for us. Think about that.
It's amazing if you think about that. You know, if the average teenager is spending 8.5 hours, and that's just recreationally. That doesn't
homework. That doesn't
include homework or schoolwork. So, you know, you start to think about that and how compounding that is. And what it does is it just increases the vulnerability to the dangers that can exist online. You know, we've talked about it before, Justin, but young people, they go to the internet for reasons that are different than you and I. We often use those spaces to augment what we do and to support like the relationships that we have in real life. Young people are going there to form new relationships, and for those who want to take advantage of young people, it becomes an easy in to say, hey, like, I see you, let me offer you some support, let me give you doting compliments, those kinds of things to build your trust before exposing kind of my true nefarious purpose behind this connection.
What's interesting is 8.5 hours to me kind of goes along with more of an addiction, because that's a lot of screen time for a young minor. How do you guys address that?
Yeah, you know, you're right. When we talk about the amount of time that's spent online, we do use language of addiction. What does that mean? It means that we have to actually treat it as an addiction. And, you know, I think so often it's easy to kind of flippantly say, oh, my teenager is addicted to technology, and we just kind of like throw that out. But actually, how would you respond to that as a parent if you really took that seriously? You know, for us, what it means is they need the kind of support and the compassion and the empathy, but also the guidance that an addiction deserves.
You know, you and your team have created a 2-hour free academy for parents, and I think it's such a useful tool. How can parents sign up? It's on influence.org, right?
Yeah, you know, just throwing back to even the poll, you know, one of the things was engaging a teenager in conversation, and we've really designed this course, which is available at influence.org/academy, to help parents do just that, because we believe that when you have healthy dialogue, you can really navigate any danger that life might throw at you, including in the online space. So we're able to make it free to Colorado families. You can use the code COFAMILY on that webpage to actually get free access. And it's an amazing resource that will help you, will embolden you as a parent, as a guardian, to be able to take action.
All right, we pulled that poll up first thing. Did we have a winner? Was there an actual right answer, or really was it all the above?
You know, it really is all the above. One of the things that I would say
is... That's why we failed the SATs, Krista.
You know, that's why we're on TV, man.
One action might be better at a certain stage in life. So I would encourage parents, like, consider, you know, maybe implementing all of those things at various levels based on where your child is.
We got the results right now. People are still voting, and scan the QR code. Go to fox21news.com/vote. So parental controls, does that surprise you? They're the leaderboard right now? Or?
No, I think, you know, I think for the most part, a lot of parents, nowadays understand that there are things that they can implement at the device level that make a difference, and we would encourage that kind of usage. One of the things that we actually have in our academy is a vulnerability scorecard. And it helps parents understand, how vulnerable is my child to these dangers, and then based on that, what are the recommendations? Should we implement parental controls? Should we really just kind of monitor from the outside at a distance? What's kind of the right mix, the right recipe for my child?
It's an incredible resource, especially for those here in Southern Colorado and in Colorado as a whole, to have this and to be able to learn from it and get from the experts what you need to do and how you need to handle your kids, so that we don't have to be in the millions anymore when it comes to online exploitation and all the things like that.
You're always worthy of being the A-block, Preston. Always know that. We love starting our shows off with you. We'll see you next week for another interesting topic. And thanks to everybody who voted as well. Get online to find easy conversation starters to have with your kids and teens about online safety. The website is influence.org.
Again, Preston, thank you so much.
Thank you.